And it is showtime. Hope you guys are having a great Memorial weekend. And I am coming to you this live today with a friend of mine from down in Florida, Cliff. And for those of you that don't know me, this is Beth Bolus. And you are going to want to hang around to the end because we have some really special information for you on this Memorial weekend. You are going to be blown away with this new information that just came to us. So, Cliff, you amaze me in all the things that you do with your family. It never really settles in my mind that you are a veteran. You have 3 girls, and the things that you do and that your girls have put you up to, everything from makeup to hair, just absolutely are hysterical. You're an incredible dad.
Oh, well, Beth, first of all, thank you for having me on today. I'm very blessed. I'd love to say that I'm coming to you from sunny Florida, but it is not sunny today. It is raining and it's dreary, but that's okay. I got all my yard work done yesterday, so I'm all good today. But it's such a true blessing to be a father of 3 girls. They definitely keep me on my toes. Like you said, everything from makeup to hair to making me do crazy challenges. I am beyond blessed to be married to an amazing woman and to have 3 beautiful little girls who really are the sunshine of my life. They really are.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that your wife kind of came to you a few years back and tried to get you to try something that had really changed her life, and that's a whole nother thing. And you didn't listen too well to her. Tell me what happened.
Well, I'd like to say I'm the husband that always listens to his wife, but I'm going to guess there's probably a couple husbands out there that aren't that great at listening all the time. So I definitely learned a lesson when my wife Melissa came to me. She has a lot of medical challenges and is disabled as well. And at the end of the day, she kind of tried everything. We had gone through a little bit of 7 years of just really challenging medical challenges. I mean, just hospitalizations, all kinds of medications, anything to try to figure out what was going on with her. We kind of finally figured out what was going on with her, but we still couldn't stop the symptoms. And so we had tried everything out there, right? And she finally found something, it was actually a little over 3 years ago now, that just seemed to work overnight, which blew my mind. I mean, I was just blown away. Like I have a biology degree. I have a background in the medical field, and so I wasn't a big believer in what natural remedies could do. Right? I was very conditioned to what big pharma could do and how that was the way to go. And obviously, my time in the military was spent. Obviously, vitamin M was the go-to for everything in the Air Force. No matter what was wrong with you, from a broken bone to a headache, you basically got the same thing. But she had tried these 3 steps, and on day 1 was just revolutionary for her. And our friend had been talking to us for about 4 months, and she didn't really fully understand the medical challenges that Melissa was going through. Nobody did. It wasn't something that we really talked about a lot, but it had had such a profound impact on Melissa that I was willing to try it for a couple of days as well, and tried it for 3 days. And while Melissa was having this life-altering experience, everything was going fantastic. I felt nothing, like no difference, nothing for me. I was doing my 3 steps. I was just kind of going through the motion and felt nothing. So at the end of the day, she was like, look, this stuff is phenomenal. I'm going to get me a whole month's worth. I'm going to order you a month's worth. And I was like, no. Do not order me anything because I don't believe in this stuff. It doesn't work for me. Maybe it's working for you. That's phenomenal. I still thought a lot of it was probably in her head, but I said, don't worry about it. Don't spend it on me. Well, it's her birthday. And she said, well, it's my birthday. I'm going to do whatever I want. Well, thank goodness she didn't listen to me. And she ended up ordering me as well. Because at the end of the day, for me, while I didn't feel anything for day 1, day 3, I was really kind of cheating. I was still drinking 5 to 6 diet sodas a day. So I was really just cramming caffeine and sugar into my body constantly. So by the time that I actually received my first month, it took me 10 days before I finally woke up and was like, okay, now I'm starting to feel something in my body. Now I'm starting to feel what she was talking about. I'm so glad that she didn't listen to me and that she actually took that step and kind of pushed me forward.
And so, if you follow either of us, I'm sure that you know that we are talking about a very simple 3 steps that we do first thing in the morning. And Cliff, talk about how simple and how easy it is for you to work this into your busy life schedule.
Absolutely. So, anybody who knows me, or even if you don't, I'm a corporate sales executive in a global company. I do a lot of international travel. So to find something that in 3 steps is able to have this kind of impact on my life for 3 years now, Beth, it has changed me to where I am able to, I no longer am drinking my diet sodas. I'm staying away from caffeine and all that sugar. I'm able to do 3 steps first thing in the morning that are life changing for me. Now, whether I'm at home, whether I am over in the UK, whether I'm in Australia, China, I always take my 3 steps with me, because at the end of the day, I cannot start my day right if I don't feel great, if I'm not energized, and if I don't feel amazing with my 3 steps. And it's super simple. So do you want to walk through the 3 steps real quick?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, perfect. So for me, I just grab my capsules first thing in the morning, tear open the package, take 2 capsules when I first wake up, before my feet even hit the ground. So I wake up, I have a bottle of water right beside my bed, take my 2 capsules, and I'm off. In about 20 to 30 minutes, I grab my favorite lifestyle mix, which of course is chocolate, because
I like the chocolate.
I'm a huge chocoholic. I'm not gonna lie. I love chocolate. So I actually just mix mine with water. I know a lot of people mix theirs with milk or almond milk, but mine was just water. It's so finely ground that I literally will just pour it into my bottle of water and shake up my bottle of water, and I'm good to go. No, it's not gritty or chalky or anything like that, which I found with a lot of stuff in the past.
Right.
And then the easiest step, I think, is step 3. Slap on my DFT. Usually on my bicep, maybe on my back, but I slap on my DFT to give me that all day natural energy. Just, it really helps me feel not only successful with my energy and with my mental clarity at my work, at my corporate job, but like you said earlier, with my 3 girls. So that at the end of the day, whether I'm flying back from overseas or I've put in 8 to 10 hours behind the computer, I'm still able to spend the evening with my 3 daughters having a blast. Whether, like you said, whether they wanted to do makeup or cartwheels like we did the other day, which my cartwheels are not near as good as they should be. I'm going to have to work on those. But it allows me to not only be a successful business person throughout the day, but then it allows me to be a successful father and a successful husband in the evening, which before 5 to 6 diet sodas was not doing that for me. Not to mention I've lost 30 pounds. So that's a huge plus. Obviously, I feel much better, much more confident in when I look in the mirror and when I get dressed every day. And it just gives me the ability to spend that time with my family and having fun.
And I've seen you a couple times in the last couple years at different events that we've gone to. And when I met you a year ago, and then when I saw you again in January, and then when I see you now, you have really seemed like you've lost weight, maybe transitioned your body mass index. We measure that different ways. May not necessarily be a scale win, but your face is looking so much more thin. Have you added something different in there?
I have. So in my past life, whether it was in the military or even through college, I was a very big runner. I was cross country, NCAA. I have a couple championship rings and stuff, old glory days. But even through the Air Force, I ran a marathon when I was in Iraq for months. I was always out running or on our treadmills that we had there in the base. So I've always loved running. I've always loved cardiac. I forgot the word, cardio.
Cardiovascular, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And so I've always loved being, on the road and healthy and stuff. But as I kind of got older, and like I said, I was really turning to the sodas and putting on the weight, my knees started hurting. Running wasn't something that I was really able to turn to. So one thing that I found was cycling was a lot of fun. Still gave you that cardiovascular health, still a lot of fun. And so a couple months ago, we kind of gave in and grabbed a Peloton.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I've been to probably a half dozen spinning classes. I hated every one of them. Couldn't stand it.
Mhm.
I was like, this is not for me. And yet I jumped on that Peloton, and we've had it for almost 3 months now. And I think I've only taken 4 or 5 days off. It is a blast. I mean, it is so much fun. I can't help but enjoy exercise now. I really do. So combining that with my 3 steps, which is first thing in the morning, as you know, it's like 5 minutes of my day and I'm done. I don't have to remember anything the rest of the day. Jump on the bike to get my exercise in, eating smarter, even during this quarantine, which is a little tough. But yeah, overall, that combination has been super successful for me.
Well, Cliff, I know that you and Melissa have really worked together on this, and you've teamed together. And with all of the challenges that you have faced with Melissa being disabled and all of her health challenges, and she's come through those very strong, you've had to be there 24/7, and you've juggled your job and care for her and the children. And let's face it, during all this time, you really weren't able to have, family come in and help you. And so this has also allowed you a little bit of breathing space. Talk about how financially this has helped you so much to be able to just breathe a little bit.
Well, what a great point, Beth, because I can tell you that any time that you're dealing with large medical challenges, you're also dealing with large medical bills, plain and simple. It doesn't matter how great your health insurance is, they add up fast. Multiple, hospital visits and surgeries and things. We were drowning in debt, and we were dealing with a lot of medical bills. Even though I make a great salary with my, sales or my corporate position, it's still a lot of medical bills that were piling up. So when I was approached about the business side with these 3 steps, I was kind of, look, I don't have time for that. I was going to master's classes for school. I was doing my sales or my corporate sales position. I was helping Melissa with what was going on. But when we found the power that these 3 steps have to be able to change people's lives, and the impact I saw that it was having on Melissa, and then it started having on my friends who saw us, I couldn't help but want to jump in and help more people. So over the last 3 years, the income from just having a positive impact on people's lives has been amazing. Medical bills are gone now. All of them are gone. I mean, there's no way I would have believed you a couple of years ago that was possible when you looked at that debt. But they're gone now. We're blessed that we have a Cadillac Escalade, our luxury vehicle, sitting out in the driveway every day that we're not paying for. This opportunity pays for it in full on top of the commissions that we make every week. Tuesday's payday is always fun to get that. We're able to take those commissions and either tackle some bills or something that we have, but at the same time we're able to turn those into credits and help other people start their journey, which is such an amazing thing to be able to do. So the financial piece of this has been truly life-changing for us from start to finish.
And it really is a blessing, Cliff. And I know the burden of those medical bills is really intense. I too have been through that. And, we want you to feel as well as we do. We want you to have your own experience. And when we woke up this morning in our email, we had a really cool special that we would love for you to jump in on. We have a Memorial Day special that is just, I've never seen it before. And it is absolutely awesome. Cliff, can you talk about the details on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that the best thing to do is make sure you get with Beth or I for the true details, because there is a promo code. There's a few pieces in there, a few steps you have to take to make sure you take advantage of it. But one of the big ones is right now is, when you purchase your 3 steps and maybe even a couple different items that go along with it. I mean, that's the great thing, I think, Beth, about Thrive is that we have so many other products that are able to help us, whether it's sleeping, whether it's, with our workouts, whatever it may be, everything all natural, everything gluten-free, lactose-free. I'm lactose intolerant, so that's that's a huge plus for me. And Melissa is celiac, so gluten-free is a mandatory thing for her. And so it's been such a blessing for that. But right now, with I think it's a $200 purchase, you get $75 back in credits.
Right.
And then I believe it's a $400 purchase. Is it 150?
150.
That's what I thought. So $150 back in credits, which is huge. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to be able to do that. And then that's not even on top of the great thing is that when you refer to friends to Thrive With You, your following month is free. So not only could you take advantage right now to help yourself and then get credits for next month as well, but you could be thriving for free next month. And I'll tell you, Beth, when Melissa and I started 3 years ago, we bought our first month's worth of Thrive. Thank gosh she didn't listen to me and she ordered us both that month.
Right.
We haven't paid cents. So we've been thriving for free for over 3 years.
And this is something that I know that you've included your kids in on. And we really do want you to include you in on this. Reach out to us if you can feel us on any of these things, and you can associate whether and you want some of these things to be a part of your life, whether it's the whatever aspect of it is. Reach out to us. We are here for you. And Cliff, have an amazing Memorial weekend with your family. And thank you for your service. Thank you for your time. And get in on this, guys. You will not regret it. You'll never look back.
Amen.
Thanks, Cliff.
Thank you, Beth. Have a great weekend.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.